Now, you know there's no genocide that is going on in South Africa, right? You know this. We all should know this. This is just the narrative that Trump wants to spin right now. The president of South Africa has already come out and basically said that this was all a lie, which, again, we all know this. But my thing on this is why? Why does he want to spin this type of narrative? I think it still goes back to wanting to get Black people riled up, get Black Americans riled up, and get people to the streets to cut up, to act a fool, because now we're feeling some type of way because these white folks are over in the United States now claiming to be refugees, which we know that's a lie. There are other countries that truly have people that are refugees. We know this. There's no one in South Africa that needs to have this type of status. But again, we know the reason why, because we have a fool in the White House and he wants to prove a point and he wants to tell all of these lies like he's been telling. And it's just ridiculous. These people came to South Africa. These are ancestors of people that's been there for years. And you mean to tell me you are having such a difficult time there when you are considered still on top being a white individual person compared to the Black people that's there? You pretty much still have everything that you need in that country when Black people there are still lacking. So again, for him to spin this narrative is so ridiculous, it's so Trump, it's so dysfunctional, all of it. So we know better. We know what the deal is. And none of us should be really falling for this. And none of us should really care what he do, what he offer these people. Because he has offered them something to come over here and tell this big fat lie that you have been having it so hard over there, which is so ridiculous. Let me say this. So if you think that you're going to come to the United States and do like your ancestors did back in Africa, come over and take people land, you got another thing coming to you. Because that would never happen. Because Black people, Black Americans will not tolerate it. They would not bow down to a bunch of Dutch white people, because that's what you are. You're not African. Your people came over and stole the land from Black people. So again, I'm kind of confused on why they even have the term or the name to be considered what they're calling themselves. You're not an African. You're a Dutch white person. You're a colonizer. That's what you are. But if you think that you're going to come to the United States and do what your people did to the African people, you are sadly mistaken. And I really believe that. 10 toes down, I believe that. That would never happen. You would never come over here and think that you can take someone else's land and property. Again, there's no genocide that's going on over in South Africa against white people. This is so ridiculous for them to even want to try to spin this type of narrative and to think that we as a people, we are going to believe this. Stupid. Stupid. You all comment below and tell me what your thoughts are on this, because I think this is the most ridiculous thing ever. And I will see you all in the next video.